Hi, my name is Kiera Cortez. My major is Child Development and Family Studies. I am a senior at Long Beach University, and I identify myself as African American, being mixed with a little Spanish. So my experience with cross-culture communication, I've never really had a tough time as far as being discriminated against or separated from other people that's not the same color, skin tone as me, or that doesn't speak the same language. I've always got along with everyone, and all the classmates that I've came across has basically been very accepting of who I am as far as the color of my skin, and vice versa with them. I transferred from El Camino in Torrance, and that experience was super duper great, hands-on. We were able to pick who we wanted to work with, and then other times we were assigned, different partners to work with, as far as just to get to know someone different than people that we're usually used to working with. So that was an amazing experience. I'm the type of person that loves to get insight from other people and not kind of be stuck in one bubble. So I think that me being open-minded and accepting of other people, then that definitely brightened kind of like my horizon. So basically, yeah, that's my experience with cross-cultural communication. As of right now, I could say my only issue is kind of going towards Spanish speaking, or just anybody that doesn't speak English, because it's kind of hard for me to make out certain words that they're trying to say when they are trying to speak English. But I never make that a problem and an issue to them and kind of just brush them off to the side. I kind of try to understand what they're saying and yeah, just make sense of it and help them out. The importance of interacting with people from diverse groups, I think that's very important, because you can you can definitely learn different ways to communicate. I have taken in the past Spanish for 2.5 years. It was kind of difficult for me, but I definitely learned some things, and still as of right now I can kind of apply certain things and kind of can distinguish what a Spanish speaking person is saying. So in addition, I can learn different norms that different people from diverse groups have, and I can also learn about different foods, so that's something I can learn as well. And then also just basically being open-minded and understanding to the struggles that people from diverse groups have compared to someone that's African American that I can relate to. I love having a diverse group of friends, and it's just amazing. You can just learn different things as far as cultural goals. You can learn, like I said, different foods and why people do the things that they do, and what's important as far as rituals and traditions and beliefs and things like that. So I think it's very important to expose ourselves to the different opportunities that's out there. As far as jobs, it's a lot of opportunities for people that are bilingual, because it's a high demand in Spanish, and English is like the #1 known language or taught language. So I think it's very beneficial to learn different languages, especially at a younger age. Compared to learning the language when you are older, it's definitely harder on picking up that language. And for me, that was a challenge. Like I said, in high school, when I did 2.5 years of Spanish, it was definitely a challenge for me, although some of the words were similar to English, but it was just something that I wasn't used to. But I wanted to get to know how to talk Spanish, but it was just hard for me. What have I gained from this interview experience? So basically, I just gained just a sense of understanding more of it's okay to be from a different background, and not to judge anyone, and not to just have this one story about anyone, and to just lead opportunities for people to relate to one another and things like that. So basically, from the danger of the single story video that we had to watch, I found it was very important that the young lady mentioned negative stories flatten our experiences, and I find that it's very true, because once we see one story, we kind of stick to that same idea that the story is supposed to go that way, and it can't change, and it can't be more than one story to that one story. It can't be more than one way to explain that one story. And I also found it important that she said that stereotypes often are made to be single stories, but they're not. They're just incomplete. And I just found that this interview process was very different for me, because I did want to interview a guy because he's, one, a different gender than me, and then also his background. He identified himself as a Pakistani and being Muslim. And you know, his religion is Islam, and I thought that's completely different from me. And although you're completely different than I am, we can still relate. And I find that to be the most important thing at all. I mean, as a whole.